People would have laughed at you if you had told them a decade ago that Mattel and Nickelodeon launched NFTs. So with all this content and information available, how did you know which ones to learn from and which ones actually work? Luckily for you, Nugget Lover, for today's video, we will be talking about Mattel and Nickelodeon, and did you know that they launched NFTs? Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing information, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. Let's dive headfirst into this video. Adults in the Millennial and Gen X generations may have fond memories of their youth spent playing with American Girl dolls at the tea table while lunch cooked on a Fisher-Price polyvinyl stovetop, or racing tiny metal Hot Wheel cars on precariously built loop-de-loops. But the memories their kids create will be different. Hot Wheels may still be popular with 12-year-olds today, but they also be used to climb simulated mountains halfway around the world, or American girls whom they recruit to engage in virtual combat with hordes of pixelated jungle creatures in an effort to vanquish a final boss. That is now possible thanks to the power of imagination and a new partnership between Mattel, a well-known toy maker, and Cryptoys, a platform for playable NFTs. The storied characters of Hot Wheels, American Girl, Thomas the Tank Engine, Polly Pocket, Barbie, and Masters of the Universe will be transformed into playable avatars on Cryptoys through the partnership, which will be announced later today. It was not made clear which brands will be included in the partnership. The avatars will be released on Cryptoys Metaverse and sold as NFTs. The Cryptoys platform, created by On-Chain Studios and backed by investors like Andrew Horowitz and Dapper Labs, is based on the carbon-efficient Flow blockchain and enables NFTs to be mobilized in a variety of phone, tablet, or desktop minigames. Think of it as the Zynga of Web3, where you have creator rights to develop your own unique skills and skins, and eventually your own rules by developing original games using the platform's planned open source blockchain infrastructure. The games created for Mattel's properties haven't been made public yet, but it's been rumored that they'll be similar to vintage web games like Arcade, Carnival, Puzzle, and Infinity Runner games. Despite the fact that Mattel is known for being kid-friendly, Cryptoys will be initially restricted to those who are 18 or older due to the logistics involved in owning an NFT, opening a digital wallet, etc. However, it will eventually provide parent-controlled wallets for children. Recently, toy company Mattel announced a collaboration with non-fungible token NFT platforms Cryptoys to create avatar-like digital collectibles for use in video games based on its iconic intellectual property, which includes Barbie and Hot Wheels. This week, the Nickelodeon Kids channel started advertising the first NFT experience, which is scheduled to debut this summer. The changes highlight the growing rage of NFTs as toys and other kid-friendly entertainment products. NFTs, Mattel, and the Metaverse. Cryptoys was created by Miami-based On-Chain Studios, which is funded, among others, by Andrew Horowitz and Dapper Labs. It uses the Flow blockchain and is geared toward casual web gaming rather than a fully immersive 3D metaverse experience. In the future of toys, where players purchase a Barbie within a game, Mattel and Cryptoys are interested in learning how NFTs can serve as the foundation. Richard Dixon, president of Mattel, said to Fast Company, "We want to be at the forefront of that evolution of toys in both the physical and digital worlds. Our business takes us to the metaverse and NFTs, and wherever the consumer is," the company declares. The first toy company to collaborate with Cryptoys is Mattel. The toy company first expressed interest in NFTs in April of 2021, and it issued its first batch of NFTs in June. A Hot Wheels collection was released in November, and that was followed by a high-end digital collection of Barbie NFTs created in collaboration with the fashion house Balmain. Children were the target market for the company's initial collection, which launched the discussion about NFT products. The next two releases, Barbie and Hot Wheels, appeared to be geared more toward wealthy collectors than young children. By partnering with Cryptoys, we can revisit the topic of whether parents prefer to play online or not with their children when it comes to digital collectibles. The NFTs from Nick. Recur and Nickelodeon are working together to create the collection. A deal with Recur was announced in October, and Nickelodeon is a division of Viacom CBS. Nickelodeon has hinted on Twitter that the project draws inspiration from its nostalgic 90s programming. Today's Nickelodeon viewers are most likely in their late 20s and early 30s, which is closer to the age range of typical NFT consumers. It is not yet clear if the experience will be designed to appeal to the audience who once watched the shows or to engage young children. Other NFT initiatives that are geared toward children include the LEGO Metaverse experience and Disney's collaboration with Vive for the Mickey Mouse and other characters. Now let's move on. We have some really exciting stuff to talk about today, all the way from Nickelodeon announcing that they will be releasing their set of NFTs in partnership with Recur here very soon. We'll also be discussing how Mattel, the creator and company behind Hot Wheels, Barbies, and many of the most popular toys we know here. They announced that they will be releasing NFTs here in the near future as well. We'll be discussing Ethereum 2.0, the merge that is happening soon, and the move that Ethereum is making to proof of stake and how they will affect the NFT space moving forward. Moving on from that, we'll talk about a proposal that was recently approved by the Bored Ape Club, ApeCoin, to make sure that ApeCoin and the ecosystem stays on Ethereum. That proposal definitely made some noise within the NFT space and kind of had a split vote between ApeCoin holders. We are going to be starting off with Nickelodeon NFTs. They recently just created and launched a Twitter account named Nickelodeon_NFT, and we can read right here in a tweet posted, "The 90s call they want your attention back. If you're reading this, you're early Nickelodeon NFT." And then they posted this teaser video right here. Some more information we are getting from this NFT collection right here, we can read on their Twitter account and the description that this is going to be the official Nickelodeon NFT experience dropping in summer of 2022, powered by Recur, which is an NFT platform. The entertainment giant has partnered up with Recur, which is the same company we clearly just saw on that Twitter account, to develop digital collectibles based on IP from brands like Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon CBS, and MTV. So it seems that Viacom CBS is choosing Nickelodeon to go first in releasing some NFTs. We might be incorrect, but Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon CBS, and MTV's have not released NFTs just yet. And as many of you know, Nickelodeon owns a ton of different IP itself as well, and probably the most notable is going to be, of course, SpongeBob. So we're really excited to see what Nickelodeon ends up producing in the NFT space once again. They own some of the most well-known IP, and SpongeBob personally for us being one of our favorite cartoons growing up. We could really see an NFT collection being dropped by Nickelodeon using that IP here soon. Nickelodeon, MTV, Paramount Pictures, and others is not going to be the only company that comes into the NFT space to launch NFTs. This is just the beginning of it, and we speculate that many more brands, different IP that is extremely loved by the population in the United States and across the world as well. We'll look into the NFT space and eventually begin releasing NFTs, and for Nickelodeon, it seems that they have been building here in the past 8 months since that first report came out, and now they seem ready to launch their very first NFT collection. Once again, we are really excited to see what they end up releasing right here, and let us know in the comments below which IP that Nickelodeon owns are you excited to see released as NFTs. Now moving on to the next big topic we certainly have to talk about, and that is going to be Mattel. To release Cryptoys NFTs on Flow Blockchain, the global toy company is partnering up with on-chain studios to bring its iconic IP to the metaverse. So similarly to Nickelodeon, which we talked about earlier here today, Mattel owns a ton of different IP, and some of those brands include Hot Wheels, American Girl, Thomas the Tank Engine, Polly Pocket, Barbie, and Masters of the Universe. These are incredibly popular toy brands that a lot of kids are familiar with now. To get a little bit of understanding of what this NFT collection essentially will end up being and what the brand is doing with all of the IP they do own, we can read right here on Decrypt that toys is the first iteration at least are described as interactive animal NFTs that can be accessorized with additional NFTs of hats, shoes, and glasses. Like Barbie or American Girl doll toys will be a customizable collectible button. The blockchain there will also be an expansive and playable metaverse according to the press release describing the multi-year partnership. We can see that they officially launched their Twitter not too long ago, and this account already accumulated around 10,000 followers, and we believe they have an early collection at least. That is what they are linking here to OpenSea for Cryptoys called Toy Classics. We can see that they've also launched a website for Cryptoys as well. They provide some explanations on what this NFT connection will end up, including how it will operate, and if we continue to scroll down, we can see some big investors that are actually backing this project right here. We can see Anderson Horowitz is also an investor, Coin Fund Sound, Draper Associates, and even Dapper Lads. Now, we are not entirely sure on how they're going to incorporate some of the IP that they own, but from what it seems, at least from what they have said here on their website and in their press releases, that they are trying to build a digital toy company from the ground. They will end up interrogating their old IP to at least be involved with this new company right here. Now, something else to know is that they have released NFTs in the past using some of the IPs, such as the Hot Wheels NFT collection, and we believe that they have released NFTs based on Barbie. So the story right here continues to just drive down to the point that big brands are going to continue coming to the NFT space. This is not going to be the only one. This is just the next one out of many that have decided to launch some NFTs, and we are excited to see how this further develops. For Mattel, now, we do not want to say something, though even though these big brands are coming to the NFT space and have some really big IP, that doesn't mean that they will end up succeeding within the NFT space. In most cases, these big brands have not been able to execute in a proper fashion or been able to execute in a way where the public really likes these NFTs. So it'll go back to some of the fundamentals that we look for in any other NFT project that we consider purchasing, and in this case, it's mostly going to be the utility and the value. These NFTs are going to be providing to us what is going to be the utility for SpongeBob NFTs. For other Nickelodeon branded NFTs, for Mattel Barbie NFTs, Hot Wheel NFTs, what is going to be the utility there other than it being just the collectible? Because if they're just gonna be digital toys, we're gonna be honest with you. We would rather purchase a real toy in real life. We are getting more value out of that toy by actually touching it and cuddling with it as a kid, or whatever you want to do with it. So hopefully these big brands do recognize and move in the right direction. Finally, for our last topic that we will be discussing here today, we're going to be talking about Ethereum 2.0, or the shift to proof of stake, and more specifically, we're going to be talking about how this could potentially affect the NFT space here moving in the future. So we can read right here on Blockworks that Ethereum Broxton testnet successfully merged to proof of stake. Now, this is a big deal because, as many of you know, a lot of people within the Ethereum network have been anticipating this shift to proof of stake for a long time now. Now, it hasn't gone live on Ethereum mainnet just yet, but we can read right here that the Robson network just merged one of the last test nets until we merge on the Ethereum magnet. So we're certainly getting closer to the shift of proof of stake, and this is going to be very big for Ethereum but this will hopefully bring once it does happen on mainnet is lower gas fees, faster transaction, and overall a better energy efficient network. There's probably other things as well that are going to be associated with this shift to proof of stake, but that is just our brief knowledge on it, and more importantly for this video right here, how will this affect the NFT market? Moving forward, you hear a lot in the NFT space, or at least from some people, that they believe the future of NFTs is not going to be based on Ethereum. Some says, such as Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, and some other chains may take up the lead over Ethereum, and this conversation we believe is mostly being had because of the incredibly high gas fees that Ethereum faces right now. And overall, the issues that a lot of people do have sometimes with transactions, but mostly we would say it is the gas fees, and the gas fees are absolutely ridiculous. Where in some cases you could spend over close to an Ethereum or more just to buy one NFT, that is depending on how populated the network is in that present moment in the time. But during the bull market for NFTs, you saw this more often than not, and it definitely can get a little bit ridiculous, and it certainly has had an impact. We believe in the overall adoption in the NFT space. A lot of the mainstream general market has not adopted NFTs, or at least purchased or tried to purchase some NFTs, because the gas fees itself sometimes could exceed the value of the NFT. So this is a very large hump we are going to have to go over in order to get that mainstream adoption. All of us wants to know there is a multitude of different factors that are going to contribute to that mainstream adoption, but we think this is going to be one of the most important things. And for this shift to proof of stake, a lot of people are excited, including ourselves, and hopeful that this will decrease the gas fees enough to open the door a little bit more to general people coming in. Now personally for us, we do think this is going to be a positive shift for Ethereum. Now even with that said, we do still think that there is going to be an opportunity for other side chains to succeed in the NFT market in the future. And this is because we don't think gas fees are going to be decreased enough to a point where we're only spending a couple of cents per transaction. We do still think gas fees are going to be relatively high compared to these other layer 1 and layer 2 solutions. What we're just looking for is that we don't have to pay these ridiculous gas fees on Ethereum, and hopefully that is the case once this goes live. But we do think some of these other layer 1 and layer 2 solutions could still succeed once this goes live, especially for NFT games that are looking to conduct hundreds of thousands, if not millions of transactions in a short period of time, and they are going to need very low gas fees and very fast transactions. So overall, we are feeling positive that this will be a great chance for Ethereum, but we do not think it will dismantle some of these other chains that are up and coming for NFTs. And with that is going to be your NFT market update to close out this week. So now you're fully updated with what is going on here in the NFT space. We thought today's video was really interesting, and we had some really good topics, or at least we thought so. And if there's any thoughts and opinions you have on some of the topics we've covered here today, we would love to hear them, so let us know in the comments down below. That's it for this video, Nugget Lover. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!